All right, today we're talking about something that's going to completely change how you use AI. We're moving way beyond just giving simple commands. We're going to embed actual strategic reasoning right into your agents. The goal? To turn them from basic tools into, well, powerful partners.
So have you ever had this happen? You ask your AI a really important, complex question, and what you get back is just a wall of text, a data dump. It's got facts, figures, a bunch of links, but where's the insight? The AI did the task, technically, but now you're the one stuck trying to piece it all together.
Okay, just look at the difference on this slide. It's night and day, right? On one side, you have a basic prompt. Analyze our competitor. And what do you get? A boring list of features and prices. But on the other side, we add just a little bit of strategy, a SWOT framework. And boom, you get a real strategic analysis. That is the leap we're talking about today.
So, this really drives the point home, doesn't it? Just giving instructions, it's not going to cut it anymore. If you want to get real tangible value, we have to think bigger than just completing a task on a to-do list.
Think of it this way. A basic agent, it just checks a box. Task done. But a powerful agent, it actually understands the why. It gets the bigger picture, the strategic goal you're aiming for. It really is the difference between asking someone to just go fetch a hammer versus teaching them how to build an entire house.
So our mission, really, is to evolve our AI. We want to take it from being just a simple task doer that blindly follows a to-do list and transform it into a genuine strategic partner, one that can actually analyze complex situations, adapt on the fly, and give you those game-changing insights you're really after. Okay, so how do we actually do that? How do we make this leap? Well, the secret is a fundamental shift in our thinking. We need to stop telling the AI just what to do and start teaching it how to think. It's all about embedding the right kind of logic so it can make smart decisions on its own.
And the key to all of this? It comes down to something called mental models. Now that might sound complicated, but it's not. These are just established, expert ways of thinking. They're the proven frameworks that strategists and leaders have used for decades to break down complex problems. What we're doing is essentially handing our AI an expert's playbook.
And the best part is, you can start using these right now. You don't need your AI to try and invent some new way to analyze a problem from scratch. No, you just give it a battle-tested one. We're talking about things like a SWOT analysis, Porter's 5 forces, or even scenario stress testing. When you give the AI a framework like this, you're forcing it, in a good way, to dig deeper and deliver a much more structured and insightful analysis.
Let's look at a real-world example. This prompt here is a work of art. See how it's not just a vague request, it's super specific. First, it names the model, Porter's 5 forces. Then it tells the AI exactly what to do for each force, rate its strength, and explain the drivers. And it even asks for a final conclusion. It's this level of detail, this precision, that gets you a truly high-quality result.
Okay, so giving the AI a framework like that, that's a huge step forward. It's a game changer. But what if we could go even deeper? What if we could actually guide the agent's internal thought process step by painstaking step? Well, my friends, that's the next level we're about to unlock.
This is where things get really interesting. We're basically going to give our AI an internal monologue. The technical term is agentic reasoning, but all it really means is that the AI isn't just blindly executing a command anymore. It's actively thinking, then it's acting, and then it's observing the results of that action to figure out what to think next. It's a continuous loop of learning.
And one of the most powerful ways to structure this kind of thinking is with something called the react loop. It's a super simple 3-step cycle. Step 1, thought. The AI figures out its next move. Step 2, action. It does something, like a quick web search. And step 3, observation. It looks at what it found and uses that to fuel its next thought. Think, act, observe. It just keeps repeating that cycle. It's this incredible iterative process of discovery.
Now, this react loop is absolutely fantastic for messy, complex tasks where you don't know what you're going to find. But it's not the only game in town. For more straightforward, predictable jobs, there's another approach called ReWOO. That's reasoning without observation. With ReWOO, the AI makes a complete plan up front and then just executes it. The real key here is knowing which tool to use for which job.
All right, so we've got our 2 big, powerful concepts on the table. Mental models to structure the analysis, and reasoning paradigms to guide the thought process. Now let's bring them both together and build a practical, actionable plan.
And to make this super concrete and easy to follow, we're going to use a little something I call the strategic intent worksheet.
Don't worry, it's just a simple tool to help you map everything out. It's designed specifically to help you define how you want your agent to think, which, as we've seen, is way more powerful than just telling it what to do.
Okay, so the first couple of parts of this worksheet are all about setting the stage. Part 1 is simple. What's your core objective? What's the main goal you're trying to achieve? Then, in Part 2, you pick your strategic weapon. Which mental model are you going to use? SWOT? Porters? You also list out the key questions it needs to answer, and crucially, what you want the final report or table to look like.
Then comes Part 3, and this is where we define the how. This is the brain of the operation. You decide, are we using the iterative React loop for a messy discovery process or the more efficient plan-first ReWOO model? And this is where you literally write out the instructions for its internal monologue, guiding its analysis every single step of the way.
Okay, theory is great, but let's make this real. We're going to walk through an example and build a market scanner AI agent. Let's pretend its job is to analyze a brand new market for a company we're making up.
So, for our market scanner, we're filling out the worksheet. The mental model will pick Porter's 5 forces. The key questions are all laid out, targeting each of those 5 forces directly. And the output we want? A clean, structured report that ends with a clear go or no-go recommendation. See? This clarity is what guarantees we get the analysis we're actually looking for.
Next up, the reasoning process. Since analyzing a market involves a lot of unknowns in discovery, we're going to choose the React paradigm. And the instructions are crystal clear. For each of the 5 forces, you must perform the thought, action, observation loop until your analysis is complete. We're not just giving it a task. We are literally programming its entire methodology.
And when you put all of those pieces from the worksheet together, you get this, a strategic mandate. I mean, look at it. This is so much more than a simple prompt. It's a comprehensive directive. It clearly defines the goal, the framework, and the exact step-by-step reasoning process the AI has to follow. This is how you get from a useless list of facts to truly valuable strategic insights.
And there you have it. Just like that, by walking through our worksheet, we've built the brain for our market scanner agent. We've created this incredibly sophisticated, strategy-driven process, all from just a few clear definitions.
And this really gets to the heart of it all. Embedding strategy like this is the difference between asking an agent to just go fetch you a tool and actually teaching it how to build a house. You're not just giving instructions, you're imparting wisdom. You're elevating your AI from a simple tool fetcher into a real partner that knows how to build something valuable.
So by giving your agent a framework for how to think and a clear process for its reasoning, you are unlocking an entirely new level of performance. So really, the only question left for you is, what powerful strategic partner are you going to build next?